Yo, welcome to the pilot slash maybe first episode of our Nerds to the Core podcast. Thank you for joining us. And this is our first one. So we're going to go into this blindly. We have no topic. Well, I have a few segments, 3 segments to go into, but that's not until later. But like we said at the beginning, we've been meaning to do this for a while. Like you said, months, right? Like
I'd say months. I'd say a year.
maybe
Beginning of the year, I think so.
March around there, March, April, because we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Well, first we hit 50.
Well, first we hit
That
50,
was
but
like the goal, and then after that it was from 50 it was like 100, and then from 100 we're like okay, that's when we started
and
the
then
podcast.
it started to be like, and then we started to create this the set that we have right now. Like this side is all my collectibles, that side's all his collectibles. Also, sorry if you've never seen this before. I'm Juan. Nice to meet you, and this is Scorpion. We're roommates. We're friends. We are nerds to the core, and glad to have you here if you're watching. But as we were saying, because I forgot to introduce ourselves, it should have been the whole intro.
Yeah, I was gonna say no introduction.
But I mean, the first one, we're getting used to it.
It's true.
We're brand new to it. I'm so used to making the gaming content. So like I'm so good at the intros there and I'm so good at the outros there. We'll find out what the heck I do here.
Yeah, and it's different from not showing your face on camera.
I mean, I've shown my face.
You have, yeah,
lots.
just streaming.
Yeah, streaming and
Uh,
there's a bunch of other stuff. I mean, I
sure.
also have the face cam stuff for opening collector's editions.
Oh yeah, that is true.
And
Yeah.
and you used to have on yours. I don't know if you ever want to download them to like all your pop prices, the prices right
Oh
videos
yeah.
we have, or all your Funko
Yeah,
Pops.
that's all on my channel.
Yeah, I'm saying that a lot and I hate that.
But
I've gone to school for this.
yeah, that's literally me on every playthrough. And I catch myself every time. It's like I need to stop saying.
Honestly, you play so many visual novels on yours.
I don't play that many.
I compared to me, you do, but
Crazy.
for me to read, I would mess up so many times because you saw me reading earlier today.
Yeah, you said for April. You said April.
April.
April. I was like, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard reading. Reading is hard.
Yeah, if you do it for long periods of time. Not only that, it's like no food, no nothing, barely waking up.
Yeah, we wake up early.
Yeah.
Well, you're overnight.
Well, I'm
so,
yeah, overnight.
But, yeah, it's your schedule. So we'll be doing this hopefully right when you get back, and then we'll do hopefully an episode a week, and we'll release them every Monday. So record 1 week, and then we'll release it the upcoming Monday. Or no, not Monday, Sunday. Because this is 11/11. Make a wish.
Make a wish.
Make a wish today because it's 11/11. But that's gonna be our day.
Time stamp it, huh?
Yeah, time stamp right there. Boom, 11/11. That's our dates of release, and so it's gonna be Sunday.
It's Sunday the 11th.
Oh no, it is Monday.
No, it's Monday.
It is Monday. I had it right the first time.
Yeah, so Monday.
Yeah. Okay. So you didn't. You didn't respond.
I was like,
I'm right. Yeah. You keep
so
going.
You're pretty sure? I was like, all my days seem the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Because of your schedule.
Yeah. The only time I actually pay attention are my days off, which is Sunday.
Exactly. And then that will be one of your days off, so you'll know like that day is a podcast. You have to make sure we get one because I'm so bad at it. Because I have so many ideas, and then I'll have it, and then it'll just
gone,
disappear into the nothingness. Because how many vlogs do I have?
A lot.
How many card openings do I have? How many?
We have or he has a lot of the like you said, vlogs and card openings, and I think unboxings of some things.
I think so too.
I think just on the back burner.
Because I have at least 2 of your collector's editions. Because I have your River City Girls one that you opened, and I have like another one you opened. I definitely have your Scott Pilgrim one. I don't think you ever uploaded.
No,
you were so tired during that one because you had just gotten back from work, I think. But I was so excited for you to open it. Or no, you were either going to work or coming back from work. But oh my god, you're like, and I think the only thing that surprised you was when you opened it.
Yeah, when I opened the actual the case, cool. It's like it's like somewhat of a minor.
Yeah, right. It's like, whoa, that's cool, I guess.
And my reactions aren't too big though either. That's the thing though. It's like I may be excited for it, but I don't like that's cool. Like I'll be like, yay.
And that's where I come in because I'm the one who's like, wow.
Yeah, Juan's the hype man.
I've always been the hype man. But also, I mean, that's always been me because anytime we go out to eat, I had to get up and be like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Like recently, we were hanging out with some friends and we were just sitting around outside and it was a party,
Hmm.
but nothing was happening. But it's okay because we were still hanging around each other because we don't see each other that much.
Hmm.
But once we got inside, we were still just
Just
sitting around. So being me, the entertainer, I had my Switch, I had the board games. I was like, all right, half of you people over here in the living room, you people are playing the Switch. You other people with me, we're going to the dining room and we're gonna play some board games. That's what we did. Ooh,
Yes.
yeah,
It's like cut that.
yeah. Or I'm gonna keep it in now because that's the first time.
It'll just cut, and then us laughing. I was like, what happened?
You know what's something we kind of forgot filming our first episode one?
Which was?
A timer. We don't know how long we're going for.
Oh, I was like, let me look at my watch, but I'm like, that just tells me the time.
I guess you could have had a stopwatch or something.
I mean, it has a timer on the thing down there at the bottom right, if you can see that, because I can't.
I see 53, 50. I think it's 6 minutes.
I think it's 6 minutes.
Yo, we have to fill like an hour.
I don't know. You said however long we can go.
I don't know. This podcast will be hopefully focused on movies, animes, and video games. That is our jam. That is our biggest things we talk about, biggest fandoms that we're into.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously the channel we are doing a lot of gaming videos,
but that's
like
because
playthroughs.
it's the easiest things for us to do.
Mm-hmm. And like the mini vlogs that we do. I mean, we do those sporadically. Like
Yeah.
we'll go to like a
it's not
local
the main
place.
focus
Right.
of our channel.
And same thing with like unboxing and stuff. We're just trying to do a little bit of everything because of the whole what we love, and
We're into
obviously
everything.
we're into everything. And
But to do everything with just us two is
it's
difficult.
Yeah,
sometimes.
because it's like, well, I want to keep doing this, or it's like there's sometimes like, oh, there's this.
Like
but
I
it's
want to
just like-
record this, but I have to edit this before I can get to this. And then I'm like, okay, I got to do the yard, the dishes, the cleaning first before I can get into this. I mean, heck, even right now with this podcast, I'm thinking about like I got to put away the Halloween decorations.
No, we can just leave them all year round.
Fully, yeah.
You know.
Hey, it's our holiday. We love Halloween. Hope everyone had a good Halloween.
And then hopefully everyone's ready for the Turkey Day.
Turkey Day, and then
which,
Christmas.
I guess. I'm excited for
Happy
Christmas.
Christmas.
Thanksgiving is like a okay holiday for me.
Because you never really do it because you're overnight. You don't never normally get that day off.
Even then, I've always just worked through the holidays most of the time.
So
So
it's
it's just like I think Christmas is the only one plus Halloween.
mhm.
I just
I
love
mean, you
those
got lucky
holidays.
with this one.
Yeah, I was able to get the time off. So
Yeah,
that
but-
worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
And I got a whole week. So
And he was Arkham Knight. I was Greek goddess. God.
Goddess.
I was a god.
2024. You can be anything.
I could be whatever I want, and that's what I was. I was a sun god, and he was Arkham Knight,
And
which is what the mask.
What the
comes
mask
from.
is.
Mhm.
So it worked. It worked out.
Now we are leaning more into the professional. I mean, look at us. We have the arm stand with the microphones. I just hit it. The sets, Mechagodzilla, Tetris. I just did it again. Son of a gun. And no, I was
Yeah,
just about to do it again.
Yeah, we had the set made
Months ago.
Months ago, and we just kept adding more stuff. And we obviously you can see what's the most recent thing we got.
Godzilla.
Godzilla. Yeah.
It's been a lot of Godzilla. I feel like it's been heavy Godzilla for me.
Oh yeah, especially
past,
what
like,
was it,
months.
2 months ago or whatever.
Yeah.
We hit that store.
Yeah.
they
Again,
had the
another video
little-
I have in my back pocket said it.
Yeah, he also bought. It was like what was it, a raffle?
Yeah, it's a
The
raffle
raffles?
thing, yeah.
But because the store is closing at the beginning of next year,
Yeah.
right?
So we have to
They
hit
were
it.
having like a certain amount of sale percentage off.
We say store, it is Anime Pop out in not Carrollton area. Arlington?
Man,
Man, that's
I
so
think
bad
it's
on us.
yeah, it is.
Annoying.
We'll just cut that out.
But it is called Anime Pop here in the DFW area. That's what you say.
Yeah,
Because it's such a big area.
but
Um,
yeah, they're having. He said, "Oh, okay."
We both did at the same time, okay?
I don't want to hear it. But no, yeah, they're having sales up until the beginning of January because that's when the store's closing, and it sucks because it's the only store that we were able, or I was able to find, that they sell Monster Hunter figures, like the little mini
Mhm.
figures. And I'm a huge Monster Hunter guy.
You can see them up there.
If you can see them up there, they're up there.
I can zoom in and bam.
Bang! But
Yeah, because where it's cut off is actually where the masks are. So the
oh,
helmets,
mhm.
they can't see those. So On Scorpion's side, you do have the 2 White Rangers. I mean, that one's green and white combined.
Yeah.
You know, to be specific. I think you have the Dragon sword up backed up too.
Yeah,
there,
it's
too.
somewhere in the back there.
Yeah, so he has that up there, and then Kirito's sword's up there, anime related, and then on mine I have what Doom Guy and
Doom Guy and
War
Iron
Machine.
Patriot.
It's gonna be a lot of firsts on this podcast.
Yeah,
a lot.
actually, it's funny because it was supposed to be pouring like what an hour
I
ago,
know.
and,
Yeah, I'm
I don't
so
think-
happy. It was meant to be. We were meant to film it. We were meant to do it today, to give us time to get it done, edited, and uploaded, and maybe sent out to people to get opinions. Don't think we're gonna be doing that. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be number 1
This is
episode.
number 1.
I think so.
Good.
Now I see why podcasts have water on hand, because my mouth is starting to get dry.
Yeah, it's like that's why I got my unlicensed.
Can you even reach it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah, okay,
I
you're
couldn't
good.
see. Yeah,
Yeah, unlicensed. drink.
unlicensed sports drink.
And that's just us being like careful. I'm not careful, just being as professional as possible, I guess.
Yeah, I
that
mean,
really-
obviously, seeing podcasts and stuff, it's like sometimes they'll do something, and I'm just like, well,
Yeah,
maybe you
unmarked
shouldn't.
thing.
Or yeah, like unmarked thing. Or
Because once you start getting paid for something, if you have that logo there, they can be like, "Hey, you have our thing. Pay us to have
Right.
our thing on there."
so it's like,
And that comes from me because I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to things, and that's really what stopped me from doing so much stuff. Because man, we've created content for so long.
yeah, we've so this is the
For us, it's the second it's the second YouTube channel.
yes,
Yes.
we've had
But I've had 5 channels.
5.
And I've canceled all of them.
Yeah, I think I've had my celeb.
Well, no, your
then-
PFT.
so the
gone.
2.
Yeah.
So I had this one's 3 in total with.
You're forgetting Infinite Nexus.
Yeah, no, I'm counting that one.
Oh, okay.
What other one are you counting?
The Maniacs. But that
Oh,
was just
yeah,
me.
it was just you and
That was just me.
Yeah.
That was all mine. But like
But yeah,
every time.
we had channels. We've been making content, like you said. We've always stuck to gaming. I know you've like always wanted to do.
I mean,
something
I've
different for
done
sure.
them all. I've done dance videos. I've done vlogs. I've done gaming
Yeah,
videos.
he did. How long was it? A year
No, what
or
was uploaded was like 200 days, but I
Dang, you were
kept
so close
going
to a
because
year.
my laptop died,
Oh,
and
excuses.
because of that, I couldn't. I had no money to buy a new one until
Mm-hmm.
like the next year of, and then that's when I was like, oh, now I can start editing. But then it was just so much and so overwhelming. Now they just sit in my hard drive. I'm probably I say I'm gonna edit them. I've edited probably 2 out of like 200.
Jeez.
I think, but it should be easy for me to just bloop 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 bloop. And
Well,
then
yeah,
done.
just a matter of like even watching it should.
Because I'm not vulgar, and we don't go crazy.
Yeah, we don't say nothing too
drink.
like
We
crazy.
don't. We do, but
Not to the point where it's like need to
yeah,
need to cut that out real
yeah,
quick.
calm down there, bud.
But it's
Here's
never
some
too
popcorn,
get
immediately
out.
you're
It's
drunk.
like no, yeah, we never go too extreme. Well, I don't. Think
No, I
so.
don't know. We just weren't those kind of people.
It's true. Yeah.
You know, like I see
mean-
sometimes online. I'm like, oh, dude, calm down. You know, heck,
also,
even,
also
like-
the person behind the camera
like
also
there are-
instigating
There
something.
are teachers who get in trouble for posting on Facebook. They're holding a solo red cup, and they'll get in trouble because it's
It's not
quote-
professional,
it's
and it's
quote
also
unquote
your
professional. It's like-
your what's the word I'm looking for? Your representative of our of our brand or whatever. You
Yeah,
know, the,
yeah,
the image of the school.
you're
there you
also
go.
a role model. Oh
You're-
yeah,
you're-
you're talking about school stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about us.
No, but
Yeah.
well, it was still going off of that. But
I mean, heck, even the gaming community is a little crazy. Like thinking like Twitch stuff and all that, all them. Like I'm just like, whoa, calm down.
It's-
like I want to hang out with some of them, but I'm like, once you start getting crazy, you're a bit too much for me anyway.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, especially with some of the things they be doing.
Yeah, I'm
just
like,
like-
what the heck?
It's like you see them doing one thing because I've seen because I follow YouTubers or just mostly YouTubers,
Mhm.
and they'll go from like doing one thing and then at some point they switch their format, and I'm like, that's not for me. I mean, it's
That's
cool,
happened
but
to you
so many times. And there's only been one that's been constant, and
Which is Vash.
yeah, which is Vash.
Yeah,
out-
Vash.
shout out.
1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 9.
Oh, I almost had it.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah. Shout out.
Is it 9 exclamation point or just
No, it's just 9.
just 9?
Yeah, yeah. I've been
Yeah.
watching him for like since 09.
Yeah, no
So-
face cam, no nothing.
No face cam, no nothing.
The one time I've seen him like on camera, he was wearing a Rey Mysterio mask.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the one time I've ever seen him like on camera.
Yeah, and that was the one video I think I have liked that he was like doing something, and even then he was still
I
like,
mean, even with that channel I think is gone. I think that was
oh,
the not gaming station. I think.
I don't know what
Or
it's
the
called, but
station?
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah, yeah.
and I think I had it liked on my YouTube videos,
Mhm.
but I think I unliked it because I'm like,
I don't care for them
I don't
anymore.
care for them. Yeah, I was like, the only reason was because of Ash. It was like, but he's the only one that's like everything's been constant. It's pretty cool,
Consistent. I mean,
consistent with
he
everything, and I mean even now, whenever he streams, he has like a VTuber model, but it's hilarious because it's a little it's a female avatar that he uses, and it's hilarious.
You could have been wearing the shirt right now.
That is true. I had the shirt, but
You're not wearing it right now.
no, I had to take a shower.
Of course.
It's
I
like
mean,
I was
like you said,
sweaty. I was
you're
sweaty.
overnight. I mean,
It's like I was sweaty from work. It's gross.
gosh, dang it! It leads into my conversations every time. It's like a liftoff thing. You like
So just go yo.
But my thing is like
Tina.
But oh my gosh, I'm gonna freaking kick myself.
Bro,
in the
we'll
face.
get it down eventually, folks.
Eventually, this is definitely episode 1.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
Also, see, there I go. But I'm not used to talking too much, and I feel like sometimes when we're talking like us or just the guys, the
guys.
groups, I feel like I'm not saying a lot.
No, because we're just going.
Yeah, because I think someone's like talking, and then it's like, oh, I'm trying to think of something, and someone's like, I know what you're talking about. Boom, it's like,
Well, to be fair, that's kind of what I talked about even before we started recording. Is like, do I give us a topic? Because when we're on a topic, I feel like that's when our conversations. That's
like
when we go.
it's yeah,
Right now, we're rambling.
Yeah.
This is us completely natural.
just off topic.
Yeah, completely off topic. We're not even talking about the 3 main things that we talk about.
Or the 3 main things you wanted to talk about.
What are you talking about?
What?
Oh no, I'm not talking about the segments I have. I'm just talking about we're not talking about movies, games, or anime.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We're not talking about
I
anything.
thought you- I was
We're
like-
just rambling at this
I
point.
was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. It's like, I don't even know what we're doing.
those will come later. Those we have the time.
Yeah, we have plenty of time.
I say it so much. I feel like I don't say it when I'm gaming either. Like, or maybe I do. I don't know.
I do for sure. Whenever I go over my videos, see there I go. I'll Dang it.
We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it.
you're
a
gonna
lot,
see it. But
so much.
but yeah, it just happens constantly, and I'm like, I don't know how to
Talk.
continuously without having to do and most of the time, whenever I've seen weirdly, I like go Google like what's a good way, and
Mhm.
people are just like, oh, just say something else in placement of that word, but it's just like,
What do you?
what
do?
else can I do besides oh?
You don't. You just kind of just keep going. You stop when you want to stop
Yeah,
because you're trying to formulate the next thought. But
And
the
because
thought,
of the
thought
fact-
is still being created.
So in
so
order
the
to give
only
yourself a
word that
little
g-
like
that little thing
buffer,
is,
it's like
it's that's the buffer.
so you're buffering. There's like it's like old school YouTubers like.
So we can get into one topic I had literally just thought of right now.
Mhm.
Do you think it's so weird? I know you haven't caught up on a lot of new animes, and we're really bad at it right now.
Yes.
We've been watching a bunch of different animes. I'm catching up on Bleach, and you're watching.
It's like we're watching anime, but we're watching old anime.
Yeah, and
Like
it's-
I'm not rewatching, but I'm watching Dragon Ball because I've never seen it like fully
Mhm.
before, and from there I'm gonna be rewatching Dragon Ball Z. But again, I didn't watch it from beginning to end.
Yeah.
So every now and then I see the main highlights of it, but I don't see anything in between.
Yeah, like with the lists that come up later,
Mhm.
I told everyone make sure you finished it completely, and you watched all the filler. Like I'm including all of that because you have to.
Yeah,
When
it's
you're
a way to
talking about
experience it.
yeah, when you're talking about an anime, you have to have the whole. So you can't have a bite and think peak.
You,
I mean, we're talking. That's a later topic.
but it's just like
But you know what I mean.
yeah, like I get not wanting to watch filler, but that's if you've already watched it.
Yeah, like if
Like,
it's
for
first
me,
time through, you watch everything.
Yeah, you watch
You
everything.
Watch the garbage.
Because sometimes for me the filler is it's a good little like break
Right.
from what's going on, and I think that's what it is, and that's the filler. I feel like obviously the filler could be just like this is like 2 episodes of filler just for us to catch up to whatever's happening in the manga
Mhm.
or whatever. Some delays of animation could be
You've caught up to the manga.
right. So what I've always seen is like here's like this huge epic arc that just happened, the ending of that arc. Here's the filler, break, and then here's to ease you into the next one.
The next
You're
thing.
my elbow pop.
Yeah, I mean, it might be not on camera. You don't have to call it out, but
It's like that's how you look. That's why I was like, did you hear that? And
you're breaking.
then,
You're popping, locking. But the reason, oh my gosh, stop it. The reason I brought that up is, do you think it's weird that animes are spending a lot of money on one episode? And to reiterate, we have Demon Slayer. I know you haven't caught up on the newest season, but that last episode of the Demon Slayer training arc is like crazy good. Like every clip that you see from the newest season comes from that. Comes from like Muzan walking up, the fight with
moonwalking.
not Tengen, the fight with the Earth Hashira. Is it Earth? The blind
Stone.
Hashira, the
Isn't
Stone
it
Hashira,
Stone?
Stone Hashira. I say Ra. I don't
Hmm.
know. But that whole thing, and then them all falling down the Infinite Castle, like
Mhm.
that's all from that last episode. Because that last episode is like an hour long. But the
Dang.
animation there is crazy. But the rest of the season feels like filler because it's training. It's training arc.
Well, yeah.
So you don't need money for that, and then you dump it all in the last episode.
Mhm.
Look at Uzumaki. All this money in the first episode. It's pretty much picture in picture of the manga, and then
And
you
then
go, and then
apparently
we
the
saw
next few
clips of the
episodes-
latest ones, and it's like, what
and
the
it's
heck
just
happened?
like they're and what was it the director said that they were rushed?
They're-
Or they were given options essentially. It's like you can rush out and get the episodes, or just straight up just be done or whatever.
Yeah, and
And
it's like,
it's crazy. It's like
You want-
where
do you
you
want it
get the how much budget are they giving them essentially? But
Yeah.
it's like they for Uzumaki anyway. I felt like they blew all that money on that first episode,
yeah.
and then they're like,
Were
"Oh,
they
what we're gonna
expecting
do."
more money, or were they like, did they have their budget and they were like, hey, let's spend most of it on the first episode, and then let's screw the rest of it?
Is the money come from how many people watching, or is it already a set budget?
I want to say it's already a set budget until, yeah, it's already a set
Like-
budget, and then the money that comes in is the money they can re-put in.
It's just so crazy to think how the stuff now works anyway with streaming and stuff. Because
Mhm.
obviously back then, you'd normally either
Buy it.
people tuning in or buying it, and you'd see like, here's the revenue, here's your money for
Mhm.
season 2, or the second episode.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's crazy to think with stuff nowadays anyway,
Yeah. money.
especially with like I said with streaming.
But hey, I mean, there are some things that have a low budget that can just be Master Chef kiss. I mean, look at a Godzilla -1 because that was like what $12 million and it made so much money in comparison to like movies like heck an episode of freaking anything today Disney Plus. It's
Yeah, we
as
saw
much
something we had posted on our Discord. Either it was one of us or one of
someone
our
else in the
friends.
Discord.
They posted saying that whatever episode of a show that they were watching was double the amount of like whatever
Godzilla minus
Godzilla minus one,
It's crazy.
and it wasn't. I mean, it was good, but it's like the fact that they spent that much money on it for the product to become somewhat
Okay.
okay, and or you like you said, you have Godzilla minus one, so great. Like the visuals are great, everything's great.
And I love that that movie makes you think, is it a 10 out of 10? Because you've never experienced a 10 out of 10.
No,
In your mind, in your thought
In
process,
my
you've
thought
never had a
process.
10 out of 10, which is crazy. Because there are movies I'm just like, this is legitimately peak. Like, I'm saying that because there are moments where like the soundtrack's on point, the actors are on point, the coloration's on point,
the
s-
environment,
the environment's
like
on point. The effects are on point, either CGI or practical. Regardless, the effects are on. Everything is on point, and I cannot think of anything wrong because now I've influenced you, my friends, and my family that you guys also dissect movies and shows as you watch them.
Yeah, like my whole favorite part of that movie was just his
Atomic Breath.
his atomic breath,
mean,
where it's
so
just
good.
doo, 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 doo.
I mean, hitting Noriko like, where she
And
gets
then
like
she's a-
exploded, and then the impact coming back in is
It's so
insane.
good.
Insane.
If you haven't watched that, you need to watch it.
Hey, it's back in theaters.
Is it this month?
It's back. It came back on Godzilla Day, which is November 3rd, which is why I think that's why I'm such a Godzilla fan, because I'm guessing this is like, it happened 70 years old. Godzilla
Yeah.
is.
What was that like?
19, I think 54 off the top of my head.
It was like last week, right? For 70 years.
1954 was last week?
No, I'm saying like the anniversary was last week.
No, it's this week.
Yeah, but when this gets uploaded, it's last week.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're right.
That's
I got to put myself in that mindset. Yeah, you're correct. You're correct. That was last week. Yes, on the 3rd. They had their anniversary, a bunch of new merch.
Yeah, a bunch of new merch, a bunch of stuff on sale that
Yeah.
I saw. I
Any
was like,
pretty
"Ooh,"
much anything that's Godzilla related is on
was
sale,
on sale.
and it's great.
It's
It's so
crazy though,
good.
70 years. But I mean, it was what 1964. You said?
I literally just said
I know, that's what I'm saying.
1950.
Oh,
54.
54.
54.
Beautiful.
But yes, and that's wild. The stories has always been there, been around.
Isn't it? It's crazy. You started off with what Godzilla movie?
I want to say my first Godzilla movie was Godzilla 2000, which is the Millennium
Yeah.
version with Orga, which is never seen again in any other movie. It's crazy. And then that's when I started playing like the GameCube games, like Attack All Monsters. Like that was my first, I think, experience with the Godzilla franchise. And then from there, I mean, that's when just random. I was like, oh, here's another Godzilla movie. Oh, here's another Godzilla movie. Oh, here's another Godzilla movie. Oh, there's one from America. Let me watch that one. You know?
It's funny you mentioned that because I was gonna say asking your first one. My first one was Godzilla 2000.
Yeah.
Was it 2000?
Okay.
Okay, hold
So
on.
mine
It's
is
called
actually called Godzilla 2000.
Oh no, I'm
yours
confusing
is
it. It's just
called
Godzilla.
but
Yeah,
yours came out in 2000.
in 2000.
They
that's
both
what it
came
was.
out around the same time, but one was obviously Japanese and the other one was
American.
Was American, clearly.
Yeah, but that was my first introduction to Godzilla. Which that's the only media I had at the time, and that was it. Up until I met you, and then we watched whatever it was.
I think I've put everyone on Godzilla.
Yeah, because the only thing I've seen Godzilla related was probably Kong.
And how much more Godzilla have you seen because of me?
A lot.
A lot.
I mean, we watched the. Obviously, we went to go see Godzilla -1, but we had also gone to see what was it, Godzilla vs Kong?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, probably.
Godzilla vs Kong. It was after the pandemic where we were actually able to go to the theaters.
That was one of the first movies theater. Like it was the biggest movie to drop since COVID because they were actually open.
I want to watch it,
Yeah,
but
have
it's like
to.
obviously we have to go watch it in theaters.
Yeah, obviously.
So we
gotta
wanna go
help
watch
them
it.
out. And then because of that, I think we also saw Godzilla X Kong.
Yeah, we saw Godzilla X Kong, and then Shin Godzilla. You showed me that one too.
Yeah,
that was really good. I wish there was more, but
there could be. I mean, that ending with the tail, it's crazy.
yeah, but the director said he's not doing another one, so it's just like.
I mean, but there's gonna be a tech. I mean, I don't know if you know. So one of the segments I thought of, I was about to bring it up, is sharing is caring. This just in, sharing is caring.
Okay.
If there's anything you had seen in media and news or whatever, or like any kind of releases or leaks or rumors or whatever, share it with me. So you're sharing it with the audience. That's why sharing is caring. You know, you always heard it. Sharing is caring, right? Talking about -1, and I think I mentioned it to you earlier. The director of -1 had said that he is working on the next Godzilla movie. We don't know what exactly. People are rumoring -2. Does not make sense to do -2.
No.
But to have him say that he's working on the next one, people are assuming it is the same like version. But obviously it's not going to be called -2. It could be called something else.
Right.
And he is so appreciative that he has had so many open opportunities given to him because of -1. And that makes me so happy as a Godzilla fan. I'm so excited for whatever comes.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, the opening scene of that movie, it's like already hooked.
Yeah, it
like
comes out
Godzilla
as like
immediately
a T-Rex.
boom right then.
Like whatever he is, he's not even Godzilla yet.
No, it's like I don't even know how tall he'd be.
Right.
I was like, I can't even like compare it because he was almost as tall as the that watchtower or whatever.
Yeah,
that they
and
were
it has
on.
to be at least 20 feet, 30
Probably,
feet,
something
60
like that.
feet. I'm going taller.
Yeah, 120 feet. So
miles long, yeah. But that is wild. And I remember talking to somebody and they were like, oh, Godzilla has always been here on Earth, which I'm like, yes, technically. But he didn't become Godzilla until we dropped Hiroshima on him.
Yeah, and like all the radio...
radioactivity, the nuclear energy, what turns him into Godzilla. That's then Godzilla.
Because he's a, what was it, like a radioactive... he was a lizard?
Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
So I've never seen a pre-Godzilla until -1. That was
But
the
also,
first time we've ever seen like that. Or I guess
it's true, yeah.
Mandela, I
Before,
guess you could say Mandela and Godzilla Jr. You could say them too because they're little versions.
But
of it,
yeah, but I was gonna say they go more in depth into like the whole like kind of backstory of Godzilla with
-1.
No, Kong and
Oh yeah.
With,
I was
with that
like,
with
don't not -1.
with that version of
I've seen
Godzilla
it 5
anyway.
times.
Yeah, with that version of Godzilla
Yeah.
anyway, you get a little bit more of a backstory. Like he's always been there as a protector of Earth or whatever.
I mean, I also have the comic book. Remember the thing I bought, the omnibus that has all the movie in betweens. It's probably a lot of information in those too.
Probably
There's a lot. There's a lot about Godzilla.
Godzilla.
There's
Yeah.
still so much more. And I was thinking about it. It's like, you know what my favorite, as much as Godzilla 2000 was my introduction, and
Mhm.
Godzilla minus one is like the last 10 out of 10 movie that I rated.
Mhm.
You want to know what my favorite Godzilla movie is?
It's King of Monsters.
No.
Oh.
That one gets a lot of hate. Which
Isn't King of Monsters
I can't hate it.
Kong-
I just there's monsters fighting. Come on,
right? Who doesn't like a huge like giant monster
monster.
fight?
What are you gonna say?
Is King of Monsters the one?
That's what King Ghidorah
My boy
and
Rodan.
Rodan. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Mothra. Yeah, that's the first one. The second one. My favorite one's actually the very first Godzilla movie.
Like the old school one?
Yes, 1954, the one that
Mhm.
dropped. I rewatched it because remember I was going through. I was like marathoning all of them. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
Because
vaguely
then I would
remember.
like show you clips about it because you can't handle black and white movies. I feel like
I
you
can.
lose interest so much
Crazy. Well, you try to show it to me when I'm like
coming off of work.
going from
Yeah,
work, and I'm just like.
I'm just like go take a nap, go take a walk it off. But that first one is so freaking good. It's like me rewatching Halloween, the first Michael Myers movie.
Mhm. I
Same
was like,
thing.
Halloween. I was like, you said Halloween. I was like, Halloween Town.
The first Halloween is so good. It ages so well. Like it's still a good horror movie. I'm just like, dang, it's so good.
See, and I've never seen it.
I know you haven't. You haven't seen so many movies. It's mind-boggling. But
I finally wasn't that much into horror.
I know. But you wanted to watch horror because of Iceland Kills.
Well,
'Cause-
now, yeah.
Yeah, because all their
The song,
fusion
the
ha
songs,
of all their
All the other
collaborations.
songs-
There you go. That's what
other
we're going with.
songs are based off of horror.
That's why we watched Terrifier for the first time, which we did not like.
Unpopular opinion, but did not like it.
Yeah, no. I mean, the
It's
gruesome
okay. It's okay. It has, I guess, the gore aspect
gore
of it.
galore.
Where
It's gore
people
galore.
will-
Gore
yeah.
galore is what I call
And
it.
I can see why people will like it, but it's not for me.
Yeah,
It's like, cool, you can have that.
but I loved what you told me about his like short film stories, like how he was
Oh,
a
yeah, how it was,
VHS like demon,
yeah.
or not demon, but like
But
a
or
being
whatever it was, yeah.
connected to this thing. So once you started playing it, then he was like in your house, like messing with you.
As far
As
from
far
what
as
I
we know,
understood, yeah.
as far as we knew,
Because we haven't seen it, because it's a part of a I can't
trilogy
remember.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's like
But
an anthology movie.
that's how I took it, and that seemed more interesting to me
Then
than just this dude being around in the streets and then killing 5 people at least.
I think it was 5 people.
Yeah. So I mean, it just didn't interest me.
But then
And
it's
then-
like at the end of the movie, it's like he didn't die, so it's
Yeah.
like has a supernatural aspect. of
Not
it.
yet, because same thing with Michael Myers. But Michael Myers, he died and then he was still alive,
Yeah, but he's the embodiment of evil.
and that's what I love about. What'd you say?
He's the embodiment of evil.
He said he's the embodiment of Resident Evil. I was like,
Yeah,
he's
Resident
not.
Evil.
He's not a Mr. X. He's not Mr. Mr. X, right?
No, it's Mr. X.
That's what I said.
You said Special X.
I didn't have to say special.
You
I,
said
now
special.
we're recording.
You said special. You're
Now
like
we're
Mr.
recording.
Special X.
Huh.
Okay, Johnny Bravo.
What are we talking about? Halloween.
Halloween.
That older movies to me just have some kind of flair to them that I feel like a lot of today's movies just don't have.
It's the practicality of it.
I don't think it's just practical. I think
Do you
it's
think
the
it's
way
not?
it's also written.
Like the story itself.
Yeah, stories themselves.
Mhm.
Like back then, I feel like they were writing to tell a story.
And now it's just like slap a story in there and like have people killing left and right.
Yeah, I guess.
Throw some people having sex and then
I guess that's
mur-
what it is. Like it almost sounded like a scary story you can tell to a kid.
Mhm.
You know, that's why you don't. That's why you don't have bad dreams because Freddy's gonna come get you, or you don't go outside in a cabin at night
'Cause,
because Jason's gonna get you. You know, you don't mess with things you don't know like a puzzle because then Hellraiser's gonna come, Pinhead's gonna come get you. You know,
or a Ouija board.
you don't mess with Ouija board because Chucky can come get you, or The Exorcist,
Is
or
that,
anything.
is that what it is, Chucky?
I think Chucky was some kind of spell book. I think.
I think so. I can't remember.
Don't open a weird book that's made
The
out of human
Necronomicon?
skin. The Necronomicon from Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
So good. Like, I could not tell you a story of today's horror that I can pass on. Like, don't mess with the devil. I think that's always the thing. It's always some kind of demon.
This is the like a generic like That's just like a
You've
generic.
hit your mic
So many times.
So many times. I try
Checking the levels of it.
try not to mess. I'm just looking at the time, really.
Oh no, I am because it's spoked up.
It peaks.
It peaks. But
That
yeah,
word, man. We got to get rid of that word.
it rises.
Excuse me.
Also,
Excuse me.
it's a neighborhood. Why are you going 50?
The neighborhood watch.
Yeah, I'm about to watch him get into a car wreck.
How dare they? They threw off my groove. Throw him out the side like Emperor.
It's like, I'm sorry, you threw off the Emperor's groove.
At this point, I think I've said it. I've said it as much as you've hit your mic.
No.
I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna make it like its own little short, seeing how many times we got.
So have that little zoom in and have the little Call of Duty knife hit. The
peak, yes, needs to be reevaluated because it is going around like hotcakes. It is insane. Why everyone is saying everything is peak.
or mid.
I feel like honestly, I feel mid is gone. I haven't seen anyone talk seen. I haven't seen or heard anyone say anything is mid for a while. Everything is now just peak. If you have one good episode, you're peak. If you have if good animation, peak. Like, and it doesn't even matter if the writing's good, if the characters are good, if you just have one really good fight, it's peak. Like, what? Like, Frenin is the last anime where I was like, this is really, really good. Like, it's not just a basic anime. It's not just a basic story. This person's going around on an adventure, finding people, reliving their adventure. Most of the time, they're going on an adventure. This person's reliving it, as well as continuing a new adventure with new people, which I think is so cool. And then, obviously, you have the animation and the fights and the magic. And that's so great. And he has such complexity. But then you have the Tournament of Power, peak. Demon Slayer, animation, peak. My Hero Academia, fighting, peak.
Can't forget about the ships.
JJK, peak. It's just like there needs to be, like, I don't want to say a peak big three.
Cease and desist.
This is the peak three. But there needs to be like a standard. And I think One Piece is that standard. And I'm tooting my own horn because I love One Piece. And you're into One Piece.
I'm into One Piece.
I'm just not that far into it. You're like episode 100.
Not even.
I'm like Alabasta at least.
I'm going into Alabasta.
Yeah, so you're
manga.
around 100.
With what's his face? What's the lightning dude's name?
Oh, Enru.
Yeah, that guy.
Yes. Now it's just a thing. Now I'm just gonna make this thing.
Yeah, I'm not that far into it. But I mean, the clips I've seen from One Piece, I'm like, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Plus, I like the characters.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Like, My Hero, I love My Hero. I think it's great. But I hate that all the characters, other than like Deku and Bakugo, are written poorly. Momo is my favorite female character in that show. She's written terribly.
Yeah.
Uraraka, written terribly. Like, so many characters in that anime are just written terribly.
Mineta.
Mineta's the best written character in there. No, I'm just kidding. But that's what I'm saying.
It's the only logical one, apparently.
It just sucks. And then you have, like,
yes.
It's me just punching myself in the face, in my head. JJK.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit better of writing these characters. You have some complexity in Megami and his backstory and his father and that, like, reasoning of him being able to summon Magaraga.
I think so.
Like, that whole thing, Gojo, his whole backstory with his family, Nobara, her backstory, and then her future story later. It's like, it's wild, like, how writing can change an anime so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Story, it's important.
Story, yeah, it can make or break an anime for sure.
That's another thing about this podcast is it's 1-2. Because there'll be
There'll be
some times where I'll be like mention something, And then you won't respond at all. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool story,
I
bro.
get what you mean.
Cool story, bro.
But no, like you're saying, it's like because some of these animes, like you said, some of the story it's not there, but it for some reason people are just like you said, animation. It could be the one thing, and that's the only thing that's carrying it, and that's it.
It's funny that we say animation because one of my coworkers, he says like JJK and I think My Hero like one of his favorites, and really his like first animes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about it, I'm like, man, even if you were to say you got into anime 10 years ago, you're still into like recent anime in my eyes.
Yeah, because My Hero
just ended.
Just ended.
JJK just ended.
But My Hero has what, like 6 seasons?
Oh, I don't.
I think it has 6 seasons. And JJK just ended with their second season, I think. But with My Hero, you did start a few, like you said, almost what 3, 4 years ago, maybe.
No, I think longer.
Is it?
I think so.
That's crazy.
I think it was a long time ago.
That's crazy.
Like it's an older anime now.
Yeah,
and that's wild to think about.
2, 3 years ago, maybe.
I want to say 5.
That's crazy.
I wanted to say 5.
Mhm.
I could be wrong because that only has 3, 4 seasons.
I think JJK has 2. I think I could be completely wrong.
I think you are wrong.
No, you're wrong, Colonel Sanders.
But yeah, it's like, is that person still new into anime?
I mean, if they're
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, but if they're watching the same thing,
Do you think we're purists when it comes to anime? Do you think like we hold ourselves higher up because we watch like Cowboy Bebop, Mobile Suit Gundam? I watched Big O.
Big O's great.
Yeah, those animes. Sailor Moon.
I think it's just people need to deviate from the mainstream.
Okay.
As in, like, obviously, if they're like, "Oh, I got into My Hero, JJK."
Yeah.
But it's like, well, that's a popular thing. Everyone's watching.
Yeah,
it.
you're going to Crunchyroll and going to like what are the
like
top
most
animes,
popular
most
because it
popular
has
being
the popular
watched.
anime.
Yeah.
But it's just like there's other animes that could fall under the same like
Umbrella.
umbrella, and it could be the same thing that you enjoy. Like it's like I said, the whole like ReZero. It's like other animes that are compared to Konosuba.
Beautiful isekai.
Yeah.
And it's like, not your ordinary, I died and turned into a vending machine, or I died and turned into
Also, the whole isekai thing got, I feel like, way out of hand at the end of last year and beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I got reincarnated as a vending machine. It's like I got reincarnated as a seat for someone. It's like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, so people can sit on my face.
Yeah, it's like the main character is like, my goal is to get sat on by some hot chick or whatever, and it's like, boom. Is that the premise? Why? 12 episodes of nothing.
But then I feel like they did chill out. As much as
did.
As much as I say that, we don't really look into the isekais anymore.
That
we
is
see
true.
them created, and then we just turn away. But isekai, I would have said, if we had started this podcast last year, I would have said isekai needs to be reevaluated because it was crazy. So every week, 2 weeks, a new isekai was dropping of some kind of reincarnation. Oh, I teleported to a new dungeon and leveled up my entire cooking skill, or I got teleported, or I reincarnated as a slime, and so forth. There were so many reincarnated things. It was wild.
Yeah, even if it didn't have the name reincarnated, it was some way, shape, or form. Like jobless. No, again, I think it says reincarnation on there. Like jobless reincarnation or something.
Oh, you're talking about that one you told me 10 times?
Yeah, something like that. I keep forgetting the name of it, but it falls under the same umbrella where it's an isekai.
Yeah.
But it's just like people just need to deviate off of the like the mainstream and discover other animes.
Yeah.
Because at the point in time, because at the point in time when I was watching anime at the time, it was I honestly couldn't even tell you what was the popular anime besides what maybe Naruto.
Yeah, no, that was that one and Attack on Titan.
Bleach, Attack on Titan. I remember season 1 starting.
Yeah,
everyone was talking
remember
about it.
so many people were like, "This is the greatest anime of all time." I watched it and I was like, "What are you guys talking about?"
I mean, it's good, but I wouldn't.
No,
I wasn't like
back in middle school. We were,
Yes.
I saw my thought just go away. Bye.
Take a plane ticket out of here.
We were young. We didn't know what good anime was. I don't even know if people knew what anime was at the time. I'm pretty sure yes, because that's when I started learning actual anime. and realized that I've been watching anime for like more than that year. Because I was like, oh, all that stuff on Toonami, that was anime. All that stuff on like Cartoon Network, that was anime.
Yeah, it's
Do you-
crazy.
Do you consider Avatar: Last Airbender anime?
It's considered an anime,
Right, but do you, my question to you is, do you consider it an anime?
I would.
Because
I don't know. Hit me back with that. Go around the
run it back.
go around the class.
Take a lap. Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like it
But
does.
yeah,
It fits the
We
in my
could-
opinion, like the tones. I guess. There you go again.
That the thought.
Yeah, the thing on.
Bye.
Yeah. Because I mean, it has great action. The story is great
Mhm.
throughout the whole thing. Whether
Character
it's the
development.
arc, character development, even the character I guess that falls in the same category with development. The
Mhm.
characters themselves, they have some really intense moments where like whether it's the fighting or just like the background of characters like Uncle Iroh,
You have
and
power ups.
power ups too.
Yeah, you have blood bending. You have metal.
Yeah,
bending,
blood
you
bending. The
have
whole metal bending thing was
Avatar state.
insane. Yeah, the Avatar stain.
That's
Leading up to the final
essentially-
fight was the whole thing was great. I've yet to fully
I
watch
know
it,
you have.
but from what I've seen, because we had started watching it,
I know. I don't know
during,
what
like,
happened.
I have no idea.
No,
Y'all
it-
continue
it-
without me.
It's the no.
Yeah?
It's the thing. What happens all the time? We start something, and it's like with ReZero. It's literally what's happening right now. We started ReZero,
Yeah,
and
And
then we either we caught up, or we had a little bit left, and we were like, you know what, we started watching other things, or watched a movie, or watched something.
next thing we know, another
It's
season
been
came
it's
out.
been months, and then yeah, season 3 had dropped,
Yeah, and I was like, what
5
the heck?
episodes. and then I put it back on. You passed out. So much information was being dropped, but
Yeah, I
like
was
it's just how it is. So we just have to make sure we get to it. But another thing I did want to another segment,
Mhm.
like sharing, another segment that I want to bring in is that the reviews are in, and what I want to review,
I was
and I
like, what-
know
I was
this
like, what
is
reviews are in?
super outdated review, but I want to talk about Dragon Ball Daima.
But we've only watched the first episode.
That's why I said it was outdated. Ding.
No.
That's the first
Yeah, it's
thing I
like-
said.
I know, but it's like
And there's been 4 episodes that dropped, so we are so out
we're
of
really behind.
really behind. And we do plan on watching it. I don't know what happened. I feel like it was just last week. But there's been 3 weeks since then.
Yeah, I was just
That's
like,
wild.
next thing I know, it's like, oh, episode what, like 5, I think you said.
But that's how we work, though. We will watch the first episode. And then come these episodes, we'll talk about the first episode. And then we'll determine if we want to either continue weekly or wait for the whole thing to come out.
Mhm.
But I feel like recently we've kind of been doing the whole, let's
Waiting.
wait for the whole thing. But like during the MCU stuff, it really was like, oh, we need to watch it all, or we need to,
Yeah, and most
we
of the
can do
time it was
weekly.
like we started episode 1 and then we waited till next week.
yeah,
Like for
I
the
feel like
for
the
the
MCU
MCUs,
stuff,
we
really
were
either
kinda
weekly or
on it.
not. Yeah,
I guess we were just trying to see what else was gonna happen.
I feel like you dropped off when it comes in
To what MCU
MCU.
recently? Yeah,
But
I mean there
any-
hasn't really. I don't know.
Anyway, what were your opinions and thoughts of Daima?
I thought it was an interesting concept. The whole, I do like the fact that going further on, like the next episodes, has that like Dragon Ball feel of adventure,
Hmm.
like them going out and doing something finally,
Yeah,
instead of let's just show here. Oh, there's danger coming. We gotta.
I think the story's a little dumb, in the sense
Oh,
of
from what everything that got explained.
this demon realm is like, oh my god, these guys are gonna come kill us. They're the strongest in the world. They took out Deborah. Oh my god, we gotta fight back.
Yeah,
No, you don't. What you're causing a problem, and you're making them want to start a problem.
well,
Like f around and find out. That's what that. It should be Dragon Ball. F around and find out. Like don't mess with us and find out. Like that's what's happening.
yeah, because
The demon realm's gonna mess with us. We're
Mhm.
gonna fight them. We're gonna beat them as usual, and then that's gonna be it.
if you watch the first episode, yeah, like the beginning
Epic
bit of that
exposition, yeah.
episode was them watching Babidi go
The whole
or
Buu saga,
the whole Buu saga.
which was
And then when the
beautiful.
Borful, that
Beautiful.
updated quality of it, the animation, amazing.
Were
if
you,
only
were you
we-
gonna
if-
say the word?
What?
That word?
No,
The P word?
no, I never do. I just say amazing. But yeah, I wish we could get like arcs like that, but obviously it won't happen.
No, it won't happen.
But yeah, the whole thing was like you said was all exposition. But then at the end, they're like, "Oh, Deborah's dead. Well, now I'm king."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Well, we can't have these people."
Mm-hmm.
And then turns out, freaking, what's his name?
One of them,
the
the sister,
Supreme Kai?
brother. Yeah, the brother or sister. Or
He
sister?
has a brother and a sister.
Yeah, never
It's like,
talked
"What?"
about ever.
What? Also, the whole Kibito and the Supreme
Separate
splitting using Majin Buu completely retcons of what happened
in the manga.
in the anime later.
Yeah,
But,
when you
ver-
told me that kind of stuff, I was just like, what's happening? But I'm excited for another actual adventure.
Yeah.
Not Goku going around starting fights with literally anybody he can find.
And the fact
in
that they're
Super.
all kids is pretty funny.
Yeah, which we still need to catch up because
Also,
we only saw the
when
wish.
they could,
We only
when
saw the
wish,
wish
yeah,
happening. We actually haven't seen him been transformed yet, so we need to get on.
Get
that.
on it.
That's funny. We does it. But first impression. What's your review? What would you give it? 1 out of 10, because that's
1
how
out
we
of 10?
rate things.
I give it a 7.5.
I was at a 7. I was at a 7 as well. I think.
Like my interest is there.
Yeah, obviously it's Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but it's just like the whole like beginning part with like you said, oh, we gotta go mess with them. It's like you don't need to. Like I felt like that was just dumb in their part.
Yeah.
Like they could have just left it alone, and honestly, this wouldn't have happened at
No.
all. Like this whole like
If they
series.
didn't start a fight, and if he just stayed king, everything would
Probably
be okay.
fine.
Everything would be okay. That's it.
Yeah, there's no like,
But
there's no need, there's no
didn't
fight.
even they didn't even know they existed.
Yeah,
And now because they're starting something, they're gonna find out.
yeah, because Supreme Kai probably obviously when the introduction with the boy is like he's the king, demon king or
Yeah.
whatever, and they're like, oh, cool. And
These hands are rated E for everyone. Like you're getting them, you're gonna get beaten.
and then they fought Boo, and there was no mention of the
Demon
demon
Realm?
realm
Yeah,
or anything.
not at
and
all.
not even Supreme Kai was like, you gotta stay vigilant. It's like no, you don't, because it don't matter. So it's like it's I don't know what they're doing unless it adds to Super in a way. But at this point, I don't know, because all this takes place before
Super.
Super, so it's like what's
They need to be careful. And if I see a Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue or any kind of mention of Super Saiyan God, I'm gonna get mad because nobody knew about Super Saiyan God until Super.
Yeah, until Beerus was like Super Saiyan God.
Yeah, when he was going looking, trying effing around to try to find out. Like that's what Beerus was trying to do. Like that's what I hope. Ooh,
It's not better.
I totally forgot that was even an issue.
Yeah.
That I don't want anything to ruin what's already been established later.
Mm-hmm.
Like they need to not know anybody or any mention of a universe or anything like that because they didn't know any of that stuff existed until after Super.
Until way after
Yeah,
Super too.
like into Super.
Mm-hmm.
After what? Frieza.
Yeah.
Is when they
That's like
started learning
that's
about
2 arcs.
like they can't bring in any of that stuff.
Mm.
Like that's and I'm just scared that that's gonna happen
Yeah, because it's like
because they're not being careful and that has happened in the past.
because it's because obviously the director I think said that there's no source material for it, so it's like they're going off free reign, but it's
Mhm.
like, is it gonna be its own spinoff? Like, are you
That's
gonna
what
try
I
and
wanted.
connect it?
I think I would have preferred Daima to be a spinoff other than being connected.
Well, if
And I know
they
that's
do,
wild because of GT and everyone's hate for GT, but
they're crazy. It's great.
I agree. I love it. I think it brings in so many new things to the world of Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. Like Omega Shenron, evil Dragon Balls, evil dragons coming out of them. Like, what? To think that there's a dragon inside each egg?
Yeah,
I say egg.
the
I
balls.
mean, realistically, they were eggs because once they cracked, they came out. I mean, technically. But yeah, they have dragons in each balls, of course, that's the only thing I think of on my head. I mean, Super Saiyan 4. The whole process of Super Saiyan 4,
Mhm.
like the whole going to ape and then going to it,
Yeah,
I think that was super cool. Baby was super cool. Like things like that really adding to the anime
mm-hmm.
made me happy. And then when I heard that it was non-canon, that's what made me sad. Because to know that mustache was Vegeta was never real, never happened.
Yeah, it's good. We don't need mustache Vegeta.
We need style, fitted up Vegeta. That's what we need.
Yeah, the Earthling look.
Mm-hmm. But I will hold the third segment I had because we just had that go off.
Yeah.
So we will end our first episode of our Nerds to the Core podcast. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, you are a true nerd to the core. Thank you so much. And if you do want to continue to follow us on our social medias, there is our link tree to all of our socials in our bio to this video and in the description of our channel. Please give us a subscribe, like, and comment. Tell us how we can fix things. Tell us what you want to hear. Tell us your opinions because we love to go back and forth with opinions. And we will catch you guys on the next episode. Laters.
See ya.